Hello, my loves. This is a beautiful message around spirit babies and what happens in pregnancy, and some beautiful channeled messages that I have received from magical little high frequency spirit babies to support you or anyone that you know, just so you have that awareness. So this is, of course, something close to my heart, being a midwife, and witnessing these beautiful souls enter the world, and the importance of I hold a deep honoring of the journey of understanding and awareness of what they're calling towards us to support their transition in this life. And so in the beginning, in the first trimester of pregnancy, what happens is when you fall pregnant is there is a point, and what I was receiving was it's dependent on your particular form in your body and your frequency as to the exact time of which that the soul of this spirit baby that's choosing to come in enters your physical body. So there is a point in that first trimester where they enter from being on the sort of outskirts of your field, and they actually enter your physical body, and they are held within that sort of solar plexus area around that womb space. But I see it as around the solar plexus, where your light is where their soul light is sort of living within. And so what I was shared about that importance of that first trimester is there are a few things that they're asking of us to ease the transition of their transition within your physical body to support both of your souls on this journey in pregnancy. And we hear a lot around morning sickness and nausea and vomiting and so forth in the first trimester. What I received is communication directly from a spirit baby around what happens with this increased nausea and vomiting is there's a multitude of things that could be happening within you of why that's occurring. One thing that could be really relevant it is dependent on every individual. But one thing that they brought towards me was if you have woundings that are needing to be alchemized to be felt. So if there is big sort of disconnection within your womb space, whether you have wounds within your body, so emotions and traumas that you're still physically holding and that are still present within your tissue, then that is sometimes what is wanting to be arise and move through you. Because when we are needing to emotionally process, that comes through our solar plexus in that stomach area. And so sometimes we can experience nausea, and especially if we're trying to suppress what is trying to arise in order to just move through us. So that is one thing when we're talking about excessive nausea and vomiting, because you are experiencing a transition of which that this soul is entering your physical form. So it is normal to have some physical symptoms that arise, but as long as we do the practices of which I'm going to share, or what I'm going to share with you, it shouldn't be prolonged or extended or very viscerally significant in the way of not being able to keep any food down. So one big one would be emotional wounds that's held within our body that is wanting to be processed. So that is because you haven't done enough alchemizing before pregnancy, and so they're wanting desperately to shift your frequency in your physical form, because you are creating their physical form. So the frequency of which you hold, you are going to be creating their physical body that they're going to live their life in, and you're affecting the frequency of which that body could be. So the more alchemizing and healing you've done within self affects the physical form that you're going to birth, that their soul is going to enter into. So that is one of the things that happen in that first trimester that they're bringing awareness to. The other aspect that occurs when they enter into your physical body and held in your solar plexus is what this particular soul has already got activated within them, they are wanting to unlock within you. So what they already hold within their soul's imprint that they are already connected to, that energy is trying to unlock and activate within you what they are already connected to, which is magic. So these beautiful babies that come in, and these new babies that are coming into your family, what they are trying to do is they are trying to activate within you what they already are anchored and hold within them, which is powerful. And this can create discomfort and dis-ease within self if we are resisting the activation, if we are trying to control, if we are not really in communication of what's happening within self, because there's a level of disconnection and we're just feeling that there's things happening and we're in resistance to. That is where that's going to create more discomfort rather than just feeling what is wanting to unlock within you and almost allowing the waves of energy to move through you. There is more of an ease when we go through big activations within self. So activations that happen within us can either be drawn out and more uncomfortable, or we can welcome in the waves and not resist by tensing and allow it to just express through us and move through us and allow it to like overwhelm your physical body. So these are the first beautiful things that they brought to my awareness of what happens. And that's really uncomfortable, you know, big activations within self that just sort of happen. And especially you were going through a transition where you were like, I'm about to bring a new little person into the world. And so that is really big in itself. And then they are calling on you to activate parts within self and awaken and heal. There's lots that's happening on an internal energetic level within your field in that first trimester. Another aspect of which that was shared with me was the importance to be in communication with this new little soul. Because remembering that they have just come from being on the external part of your field, and now that they are inside your physical form, awaiting to be birthed into the world, they want to be in communication with you, which is about tuning in to that soul and asking, what are they asking of you in this moment? What would they like in this moment? How do they want you to nourish your body? What are they calling on you? Or what do they just would like to share in this moment? Having this everyday dialogue together in the soul-to-soul communication is where it's going to ease the transition, in the sense of you having more clarity of what they are calling forward. But then there is an importance of their soul feeling that connection with you, because that creates ease. When we are in heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul connection with other, that creates more ease within self. So they feel more connected, which creates a safety container for them to know that you're going to hear them and you're going to honor what they're asking of you. Now, this was another little interesting message that I received, was around the communication with this beautiful soul, was also because they are now in your physical body, also recognizing that when you're introducing something new, foods especially, when you're introducing something new, asking of them, how does this feel? Is this how you want me to nourish my body? And even in that dialogue, it's almost preparing the soul to know that something new is coming in. So it's almost like there's less rejection because there is a preparation and there is a dialogue and a connection. So it's almost like preparing them to receive something new, to feel something new moving through your body, which they're going to feel the effects of. So there's less rejection. And this is so beautiful to, from the beginning, to have this dialogue and this connection of not only what they are asking of you, but you are also building a beautiful bond with this new soul that's about to enter your family. And as you go along in your pregnancy, if you've begun this journey in the first trimester, this communication, this connection is only going to grow and expand. And when they enter this world, it only is going to grow and expand and continue as you continue to communicate on a soul-to-soul level. This is so powerful because such a simplicity of what they are truly asking, these spirit babies are asking, of presence within your body of what is wanting to arise, move through you, what is wanting to be shifted, what is wanting to be activated, and the connection between you and the soul. And through doing these processes, it's going to create more harmony and more clarity throughout your pregnancy because you're more in communication with this particular soul who has their own path. And when they know that they feel that you're hearing them, that is powerful. Because when I work with beautiful humans and we go through the journey of before conception, in conception, and their birth, and what people share with me, what they actually knew on a subconscious level that was held within them was what they felt, what they actually observed, and what they felt in that whole journey is so impactful. And you really do hold those memories and those knowings within your subconscious of your journey before you entered the world, in that period of you gestating in your mum's womb and you birthing into the world. And something that's really impactful and so important for every soul is that they're heard. Because then they know that when they enter this world, that their parents are truly going to see them. And that is beautiful. So that makes even more of the illumination of seeing adults and seeing what they felt when they were in these journeys of that transition into life, and what I've received of communication directly from spirit babies who are yet to come in exactly match in the way of what they truly see and feel and seek from us. And it is such a powerful thing to imagine, to be so deeply connected within yourself, to be so in tune with your children, and if their transition into this world before they arrive is that they are heard, they are listened to, they are honored, that is so deeply healing. That is a power that will shape their whole life. And for you to be able to have that communication and that dialogue in your pregnancy, that is a powerful gift. Now, ways in order to connect with this beautiful soul, if you don't already have the gift of being able to open your channel and receive direct communication, or open your third eye and receive the imagery and the messages of the energy of what is wanting to come through, another beautiful way to be able to ease the communication is through writing. There is a word for it. Stream of consciousness. There it is. Through a stream of consciousness. So through writing is a really great way to bypass the brain, and it's a bit more easeful in receiving the communication back. So how you would do this is you would ask them a question. How are you feeling? And just allow yourself to write. Don't overthink it, but just allow words to just flow. And another beautiful question is, what are you asking of me in this moment? How would you like me to nourish my body in this moment? What am I missing? What do I need to know? And continuing these questions in this dialogue throughout your whole pregnancy is so beautiful and powerful. And listen to your intuition. What do you want to ask this beautiful new soul that is about to enter your family? And trust yourself and just allow yourself to play in whatever you're wanting to explore. What do you see? What do you feel? You know, just really also have a connection to your divine inner child of allowing yourself to play with that communication, play with this connection before they're entering the world, because you're never going to get this moment where you can connect to the soul when they are purely energy. Before they enter a physical body and have a nervous system, a mind, an ego consciousness, when they are just pure energy, pure connection, when they are formless. This is so powerful and beautiful to see and truly connect to their soul essence, because that's all that they are. They are a soul. And so you're connecting to their essence. And to imagine to walk into this world, your parents already seeing deeply with truth and clarity your soul. Powerful. And this is what they are calling on us. They are asking more, because we are changing the world. We are shifting consciousness. We are shifting Gaia's frequency. So we are needing to be more conscious parents. We are needing to consciously connect, communicate, even before they arrive, because that is the new earth where we are connected to all things, rather than the old 3D where we were created in separation. And so if you are wanting to support an easeful journey in your pregnancy, remember coming back to that connection with that soul, feeling what wants to arise within you, allowing yourself to activate, to shed, to grieve, to emotionally process wants to arrive and leave your physical form, because they do not want to enter this world holding our shit anymore. That was what we did. We were the ones who alchemize and shift. But these new souls do not want to do that. They want to come in free. And remember, in pregnancy, you are creating that physical form. You are the powerful one who is going to control how free, how high frequency that physical body is. And that is dependent on your alignment and your physical form. That is powerful, because you are birthing into the world a physical body that does not hold the same woundings as ancestral woundings that we were asked to clear. That is not here for these new souls to actually clear those wounds. They are here to come in free, sovereign, connected, and we are here to see them, learn from them, and honor them. And that is what they're calling on us. Connect. Learn how to connect to a soul, hear its communication through your own unique channel, receive that, have that dialogue, so it can ease your transition, nourish your body, ask permission for what's new to come into your body. Is this okay? Is this okay to receive into my physical form? So that we are honoring the soul that is held within your body, and you're honoring what you're putting in your body. And this creates a powerful shift of the physical symptoms that happen in pregnancy. And the sooner that you see what is wanting to arise, the less discomfort for an extended period that you're in. Is there anything else that needs to come through? That feels very whole. So we are nourishing ourselves. We are slowing down so that we can be in communication with our body and with this soul. And know that no matter how full your life is, it is up to you whether you make space to do these intentional moments every day. And it doesn't mean that you have to sit down and have an hour of free time. It can be as you're doing, being in communication. It can be that you can just be open and receptive to what you're feeling as a response. So really honoring this soul, honoring that they're in your physical form, asking their guidance of what they're calling on you in this moment, honoring if you're introducing something new and preparing them for the new. And the biggest thing is presence, connection, and soul-to-soul communication. That is what they're asking. And that is when it's going to support this transition in this beautiful, magical time where you have an other soul in your physical form, and so your energy is heightened. Now is your moment to really utilize this moment in time where your field is amplified because you are holding another soul within your body. So they amplify, extend your field if you are open. If you are open to allow the amplification, the expansion in your field to be more in connection with all that surrounds you, let alone this magical soul that's about to enter your family. So my love, I thank you for listening, and I hope that you share this with everyone, because this is a really important message to share everywhere. Everyone needs to hear the power that we have, what these beautiful babies are calling on us. And I really hope that you share this with everyone that you know, especially someone who's pregnant, because the gift that it is to be in communication with these babies, and when they enter the world, the telepathic communication that can happen, profound, magical, and deeply loving and receiving to the heart for both souls, both mum and baby. So I thank you for listening, and I thank you for sharing, and I send you love.